Chapter 6. The Job of a Dating Coach. The job of dating coaches is supposed to be pulling cats' coats to the game. The problem with dating coaches is that they teach dependency on the need to have a dating coach, more than they teach mastery of the game. The book of Simpology is not a diss book, it's a book of enlightenment. Every man at one point or another has found themselves in a simp's position. Majority of the time when it happens, it's due to ignorance of the game. That's why this literature is so important. The study of Simpology has to be taught on all levels, from scrubs, to tricks, to the womanizing, max, the whorism, and the pimping. Simpism exists on all 6 main levels. Simping is at the genesis of the game. It's only on the 7th level of the game where simpism goes to die. Simpism is the genesis of the game. Simpism was how the snake convinced Eve to trick Adam. The first sin ever committed by man was the sin of the simping. That's if you believe in the Bible. In this story, before Adam could lie to God, he first had to become the simping to Eve. This happened after Eve was seduced by the pimping. The Bible refers to the pimping as the serpent. Eve got Adam to fall in line and use the game from the serpent to convince Adam to trick off his spot in the garden. Adam and Eve was the first example of the simping tricking off to the whorism. So the whorism could then trick off to the pimping. That's the circle of life in the game. Everything always returns full circle. Adam's first sin wasn't eating that apple. It was being a simp. Because if his game was as sharp as his mind, Eve wouldn't have been able to seduce him into doing something ignorant. He would have checked Eve off the top. But unfortunately, it took a player charge for Adam to get his game as sharp as his mind. Once he ate that apple, he could see that he was finessed. And that's when he tried to run game on God by saying, "God, it's this woman's fault that you gave me." That apple had so much game in it. That apple made Adam think he could blame God for giving him the woman, and in turn place the blame on Eve for listening to the snake. Adam was the first king of finessing. Adam went from the simping to a smooth talker in less than 15 seconds. The snake never wanted to rule over Eve. The serpent main target was always Adam. This is the definition of being an alpha male. The pimpin isn't alpha because of what he can convince the whorism to do. The pimping is alpha because what he can teach the whorism to convince the tricking to do. Bottom line being, the pimping is really in the business of dominating other males. Much like McDonald's is actually in the real estate business, while everyone on the outside actually thinks they're pushing Big Macs, and that's something you shouldn't let fly over your head.